Welcome. Good morning, everybody. My name is AJ Bowie. I'm the 2022 chair this year for the Technology Committee. Today, we're going to be going over YouTube for real estate. And we're very excited to have you all. Just a reminder, please make sure your phones are on silent. If you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand. For those of you on Zoom, we'll be monitoring the chat and questions and answers, and we'll get to your questions. We want to go ahead and first off thank our sponsor, Kristen Gonzalez with Snap NHD. Kristen, would you like to say a couple words? She's going to be here on Zoom.
Yes, of course. Hello, everyone. My name is Kristen Gonzalez, and I work for, of course, Snap NHD. And I just wanted to introduce to you guys our products. So our prices are $89.95 for the premium report and $69.95 for just the standard report. If you do give us a shot today for your first order, your report is 50% off. And give us a shot, write us in your offers. We are the only NHD company to have the fire hardening and defensible space disclosure in our reports. It's an actual CAR form. So that is definitely a huge plus. There's also many other reasons, but yeah, give us a shot today. And thank you again. And I have your guys' $50 gift card to In-N-Out. I like In-N-Out, so I figured who doesn't like In-N-Out?
In-N-Out. Thank you, Kristen. Appreciate you sponsoring this event for us. Just a reminder, guys, our upcoming programs on September 20th, we're going to be having Gary Frausto come in and teach us MLS Touch. So we look forward to seeing you at that one. And then thank you to all the committee members, our staff liaison, Jamie Lister, Cindy, Carol, the association staff for putting this up and for their support on this event. And without further ado, we're going to give it over to Angel Przybylski, who's going to be going over how to use YouTube for real estate.
So I am super excited to bring this information to you because I think YouTube is fantastic. I want to be respectful of your time. So I will go through it and we will have a Q&A afterwards. So you guys take notes, take pictures, whatever you want to do. Because I think this is a platform all y'all can get on here, whether you're a lender, whether you're an agent, whether you're a videographer, whatever it is you do, I think you should be on this platform. So let me ask you a couple of questions. I'm not here to tell you how to run your business. I'm just here to tell you where to run your business. So how do you get your business? Do you make calls? Anyone? Okay. Do you knock on doors? Okay. That is a one-to-one, right? One person, one call, one. Even if you do Mojo and it's 3, you're still only talking to one person at a time. Referrals, right? That's one-to-one. You can only help one person at a time. So if we're looking in the future, do you think that our world is getting less digital? Are we getting less on our phones, less on the screens? What would be the answer to that question? Absolutely not, right? So the cool thing about video is it's one to many. So you're making a video one-to-one. I'm talking to you in my screen, I'm talking to you, but it's being viewed many, 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 many times because that's the beauty of the video. So what you can do if you're thinking forward is you can think about what that's going to look like for your business, right? So you make a video one time, keep this in mind as we go forward, and then it lives in infamy. It just keeps going and going and going, okay? You'll research the topic, you'll do all of your things, whatever you're the expert on, whatever, are you probate, are you resale, are you wholesale, are you, whatever your situation is. Absolutely consider video. So how do we do this? How did I start this? I guess is a better way to start this. So in 2017, I was an agent. I was 47 when I became an agent. And I was at a place that did doors and calls. That was, you got there at 8:30, you did all the things, you went out and knocked and you did all of that. And I was like, okay, 47, I am not going to be doing this when I'm 57. Just absolutely not going to happen. And it was 2017, so video wasn't then what it is now. And so I kind of started to, I already was on Facebook and Instagram like we all were, right? Every agent's on those. And I kept going to YouTube to figure out how to do Instagram better. I know, right? Like, and then one day I should probably see if other people are doing real estate on YouTube. What would that look like? So one day I just started researching, other realtors doing YouTube, moving to Savannah, moving to Salt Lake City, moving to Florida, moving to Texas. And I was like, oh, these videos are awesome. I want to move there. I want to live there. I want to see that neighborhood and go to that park. Let me see what Bakersfield has. That was not so great. It was really not great. And I'll show you that in a second. So then I started to watch these other videos and get an idea of what could be done for our community. And I thought, okay, all right. Started to learn, kind of started to throw some spaghetti to the wall. Okay, here's how you make an opening hook. Here's how you make a thumbnail. Here's how you do, whatever it is you're going to talk about. But I didn't really have it honed down for what I wanted to do on the channel. And so then I found a girl who was doing videos. Hers was moving to Savannah. Her name is Karen Carr. And her channel was all about moving to Savannah, Georgia. Of course, I now want to move to Savannah, Georgia, because it was fantastic. I'm like, I want to make all the same videos. And then she had another channel, YouTube for real estate agents, and she was teaching people like me and like you how to do it. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just consume her channel night and day, which I did. But there's only a certain level you can go to. So then I bought her course, and then it kind of like closed a lot of the loops on how to do it. Do the thumbnail, do the title, do the topic. And I was like, oh, okay. So then as I've started to grow, just try to get better with each video, I just kind of like apply and learn. So that is the key. But there's so much room on this platform for all of you. Like, I cannot say that enough. I cannot say that enough. So what are some of your industries that you guys are in? What is your niche? Residential.
Jumbos, yeah, bigger.
Okay. And you?
Residential also.
Okay. Aren't we all residential? Isn't it all residential at some point? I mean, commercial, right?
Yeah.
Commercial, right? Right? Johnny? Residential? Tanya? What do y'all do? Everybody. So, but do you niche it down at all? First time home buyer. What are some of the even more granular areas that you guys specialize in? Anybody?
Foreclosures, people who I actually stock sales that sold at the auction. We were able to get them because they had it,
Okay, so foreclosures, right? Okay, so there's a lot of information that you could be sharing about foreclosures, FYI. So when you start to get into this, you start to learn like where people click out, how long are they watching? What kind of tags do you need? So I really, we'll get into that, but I really want to encourage you, don't be overwhelmed by that kind of stuff. When I say get on YouTube, don't spend a lot of time there yet. Let's talk about why you need to be on there. So back to the reason that I'm on YouTube. So when I was doing my research on Bakersfield, this video came up and it kind of made me pissed. Kind of made me really mad because I was looking at all these other like move to Dallas, move to Savannah, all these really fun videos. And I'm like, I want to move there. What does Bakersfield have? And I was like, and it has a gajillion, squajillion views. And I was like, that's crap. I didn't like that guy. And I didn't like that video because he didn't even live here. That's what made me like the most mad. I was like, he doesn't even live here. Because all of us know this community is special. Yes, we have our scars. But when you live here, you know the dynamic, the energy, the community, just this vibe in this community is like nothing else. And so I knew I could not compete with his 200 some odd views. And I just knew I needed to make enough videos to push him further down in the search. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I was just mad enough to do it. So keep this in mind. Negative also works. When you're selling in the negative, don't do this. It can still trigger somebody to want to watch your video, right? So, and believe me, this video was not fancy. I was in my aunt's car. I had my phone. I was out on the east side. I drove from Hart Park, Lake Ming, Hart Park, showed some of the pretty houses on 178. I went all the way out, went through downtown. I went all the way out to Nord. Ta-da. I don't even think I was on video, maybe like just for the intro, like, here's Bakersfield. Like I didn't know what I was going to say on the video. I'm like, I don't know how that works. So it was not fancy. And keep this in mind, we are not making Academy Award winning productions here. We're answering their questions. You're solving their problem. So here's how this works. So what are you doing on YouTube, right? You are searching. You are going to be the one that solves their problem. How many of you, when you go onto YouTube and I need to learn how to install this garage door thing, right? Are you subscribing to that channel? No, you're getting your answer and you're going back to the garbage disposal or whatever, right? So subs, they call them subscribers, but they call it the short term is subs. So subs on YouTube are gold, right? So we can follow somebody on Instagram or Facebook and we don't care how many they've got. We're just, yay, I like their content, the end. For somebody to come back onto YouTube as a subscriber, that means they want to hear from you. They want your information week after week because they get a notification. They get you hit the bell, that gives them a notification. Oh, she posted. Oh, okay, what is the video this week, right? So are we talking about, if your niche is, is foreclosures, what's going on this week? What's she got for me this week, right? I'm ready to start investing in foreclosures. What is she going to talk to me about this week? Because last week she told me that she was going to put another video out. So, oh, look at that. I want to hear from her, right? So you are answering the question that they want to know. So whether they're looking for affordable homes, whether they're looking for neighborhoods, commercial, probate, whatever. And the best way to do this is to figure out how you want to deliver that information. I recommend trying to get more than just one video out. So if you're going to make a video tomorrow, and then next week you get busy with all your transactions, and then 2 weeks go by and you're like, oh crap, I gotta make a video, I gotta get a post. Okay. And then 6 more months go by, you're like, oh yeah, I should probably make another video. Okay, Google's not going to show you to anybody. Google, okay, so let me back up. So YouTube is a search engine, right? Google being the first, the biggest, the big dog, right? Well, Google owns YouTube.
2006, they acquired YouTube 2006.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
All kinds of data.
Sorry.
No, it's fantastic. So in 2006, Google bought YouTube. And so number one owns number two. Okay, so the more you are telling them, I'm going to be here every Thursday at 10 o'clock, my video is going to be here. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to push you out. So when somebody's just jumping on YouTube to fix their garage door or whatever, they're probably going to see it because it knows where you are, obviously. Oh, look, she posted a video this week. So even if you're not subscribed, you're still going to be, Google's going to know, push her out on Thursday morning, right? So you have to train Google and Google will train you. Oh crap. It's not always sexy. So there's been times when I've been, the night before my video, before I had an editor, I was like, oh, this hurts. You're up late editing. Heard of that? And you have, just because I need to remember, like, it's got to go out. So how do you get your ideas, right? So that's the next question. Is like, okay, so we're all residential real estate. Some of us are more niche down, but then what? Okay, so you can just do a generic Google search. And how do I get that talking angel Przybylski out? How do I get that away? Oh no. Move this. All right. Oh, this is the other thing. I got it. So you can just go on to Google, just generically, and it will populate 4 or 5 different video topics. So if you're a probate specialist, right? How can I sell my dad's house? Power of attorney, without probate, sell my house to my dad. How can you sell your house to your parents? How do you sell the house you inherited? You've got 6 videos right there, right? And again, I'm not saying put up crap, but you don't have to do, sound and music for all of these. Like, you just need to get the information out there because people are looking for that. You want to be the answer. You want to be their problem solver. So this is one way to get information that can help you figure out what to post. Okay, first time home buyer. I mean, foreclosure all day, every day, right? Especially now, people are like waiting to jump on that. Oh, they're all going to default. Let's get out there. Or you can get this, what do you call keywords? It's like an API key. It sounds sexy, sounds super fun. There you go, extension. Thank you. So you get this extension, and Keywords Everywhere will give you search volume on Google and on YouTube. And it will tell you who's searching it, how they're searching it, what keywords, obviously Keywords Everywhere, what keywords they're using to find that topic. And then it will tell you if you wanted to run like ads on it. It'll tell you how you're going to pay for that. Let me give you an example of Keywords Everywhere. So I just did a video on crime. And so I was doing some homework. So keywords for crime in Bakersfield would be crime, California, crime rate, right? Bakersfield, California, crime rate. And this volume right here, this VOL, this tells you within a 30-day period, how many people have searched something with those words in it. 720 people in 1 month have done that. So CPC means cost per click. So that's, if I were going to run an ad, that would be what I would pay. And then CMP means competition. How many people are doing what a video about Bakersfield crime, California crime rate? 0. So that would be a beautiful video to make. Use those keywords, right? Same thing with, if you come further down, even Bakersfield crime rate map. 50 people. Can you do 50 transactions in a month? That would be nice to talk to 50 people about whatever your topic is. And you don't have to pay any money for, you don't want to pay for ads. You don't want to pay. This is just organic traffic you're getting. So you're answering their questions in search, right? So you're going to be doing, do a 3-part series on probate, how to turn your long-term rental into an Airbnb, selling your investment property in 7 easy steps. People love 3 steps, 5 steps, 2 steps. Everybody loves steps. So keep that in mind. The negatives, as I showed you before, negatives work as well. 5 things you don't want to do when you're buying a foreclosure property. Okay. When you're selling an investment property, don't do this. Selling your inherited property. So we know that it worked for me because that was how I got on here with that other video. But think about how you're going to word that, and that could potentially be something that you also post a series on. Always back to how it lives on your channel, playlists. So when I'm recommending doing 2 or 3 different videos at a time, that's because you don't want to just do one and then guess what? They're going to find me. So trick or treat, but I'd rather they come and call you, right? Because there's going to be more of my videos on there, Bakersfield, video, real estate, as we niche down. So make 2 or 3 and get them up there, because then they'll watch 1, then they'll watch 2, then they'll watch 3, and then they'll figure out how to get in contact with you. That's the goal right there. So, what thing am I on right here? Anyway, this one, stand by, this one. So back to how you're going to think about your videos. So you're doing an FAQ, you're turning the frequently asked questions, you're answering their problem, you're putting in the description, you're putting ways for them to get a hold of you. And in my experience, the tighter I get this thing, the more loops I close on the things I don't know, the shorter my time is from contact to contract. And at this point, it's roughly 45 to 60 days from when they reach out to when we're under contract. Have you found that to be the same for those of you that knock on doors and make calls? Is that ratio about the same? Kind of, maybe, sort of? Yeah? Okay. And as much as our brokers, I love you, Brian, I think you're fantastic. As much as our brokers want us to promote that we are on XYZ brokerage and whatever, I can tell you the average viewer doesn't care. I had no CRM, I had no website. I was on a team under a brokerage, under what are they called? Rainmakers. Like I had nothing of my own, right? And I was still making videos. As you grow and go, you can change all that, but nobody cared that I was at the other brokerage under the team. It didn't make a difference. Now I have all of those on my own, but as you grow and go, you can change and update those. But we do, just FYI, we do in the state of California, you have to have all of your official stuff on there, that you are allowed to talk about real estate, that you have a license and you're not in trouble and all that. So just keep that in the back of your mind. It doesn't have to be like dun, 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 but it does need to be on your banner and that kind of thing. But again, I don't want to overwhelm you with these types of details and have you get stuck with all that. I want to just kind of really emphasize the one to many. So as we've talked about, YouTube is number 2 in the search engine. Google owns it. If you make 3 to 5 videos on a topic and you make a good title and you make a good thumbnail, your business will look nothing like it does in a year, presuming you want it to grow. I mean, assuming you want it to grow. And then number 3, you are, this is going to hurt in our industry. I know a lot of people love to talk about themselves and it's awesome, but it's called YouTube. It's not called Me Too. This is not where I'm like, hey, I've got XYZ GCI and I closed and I helped 17 families in 1 month and nobody cares. Nobody cares. As much as we all feel really, we love what we do, obviously, but this is not where you go on and start talking about how awesome you are. They will click out faster than you can imagine. And then the second thing is you want to reverse engineer this. So pick your day, right? You want to pick your day that you're going to film, pick your day that you're going to post. And, if you've done a Facebook Live, if you've done an Instagram story, you can do YouTube. It's not a different animal. It's just turning the video camera a different way. Vertical for, social platforms and then horizontal for YouTube. YouTube is a social media platform, but it's social media after it's a search engine. There's a social element to it with your comments and, that kind of thing, but it is not a social media platform first like Instagram or TikTok or Facebook. So reverse engineer that. So you want to figure out what day you're going to post, what day you're going to film. And if you're going to edit it, which I did at first, well, I'm not an editor. I would highly recommend just start with an editor. Just get on Fiverr and hire somebody. Like don't spend, unless you're Johnny, but even that you would get a little like, because you get tired of listening to yourself. You're like, oh, I don't know. I don't care. Just, but somebody who is paid to do that, they don't, whatever. So, and then just reverse engineer that and do it again and do it again and do it again. And your business will grow. So as sexy as the I have 1,700 subs sounds, I am a small dog in some of these bigger real estate channels across the nation. And I would encourage you to jump on to YouTube and of course watch my stuff, but also find Levi Lassick in Dallas.
He's my partner.
Is that right? Yeah, he's fantastic. Karen Carr, the one that kind of got me into this, that I started like digging into her stuff. Some of my friends in Utah, like there's a ton of us out here that are doing this because it does take work. It's not just making a call and whatever, but it's worthy work. It's a worthy endeavor. I encourage you to do it. So what I wanted to ask you about this is, just in the last 30 days, my channel got 7,787 views in the last 28 days. Can you make that many calls in 1 month? Can you knock on that many doors? And remember, I'm a low dog. I'm a small contender. There are some really big channels that are doing what I'm doing. And these numbers, they would be like, oh, that's cute, because they are killing it with their numbers. But I don't care. To me, I'm killing it. My business doesn't look like it did last year. This is all I'm doing for lead gen, by the way. So you cannot knock on that many doors. You cannot make that many phone calls month after month after month. This is just 1 month, right? So as my channel grows, this number grows because they're watching them 24/7, 365. I don't know when, I don't know where. I don't have to time my call and hope they answer and be ignored at the door. It's just, and again, back to this subs number, as we talked about. So most of my video views are not coming from people that are my subscribers. They're coming from the people that are like, I need to buy a house in California and I don't want to leave. Where's it afford? Look at the 88% of the people that are watching my videos are not my subscribers. So that's why the subscribers are gold, but they're not where most of my money is. I can't even, well, hello, Miss Colleen. I can't even tell you how I don't even think maybe 4 of my transactions that have closed from YouTube are subscribers. They're just not. I mean, I don't know. So just want to emphasize this again, like the views on my channel are not from the people that I tell. Hit the bell, subscribe. And back to negative works. So this video I made about a year ago. Do not move here. It's gotten 4,469 views since it was published last year. And the watch time. So that's in a 30-day period. So they're watching 239 minutes of me. You guys get on here. They need to see another face. Come on. Come on. But that video is kind of a trick. All I do is talk about all the cool things that we have in the video. Have you seen it? Has anybody watched it? Oh, I love you. You're my favorite. Have you liked and subscribed? No, I'm only kidding. That's funny. That's adorable. Thank you. And listen, AdSense is super sexy. Everybody wants to get their platform monetized. I'm telling you that $8.68, I'm putting my kids through school on that. I'm telling you, it's big money. Now, again, I am a small contender on the YouTube scale, but I have I love my business. I cannot encourage you enough to consider putting your business on YouTube. It is a worthy endeavor. So back to the course. So because I don't want to spend a lot of time telling you all the chapter and verse, I mean, I could talk about YouTube all day, but I want to leave room for questions. But Karen's course, if I can give you my link or you can take a screenshot, she opens it a couple of times a year. It is a definite great purchase. I rewarded myself with my first conversion. So I had my first conversion on YouTube because I was putting videos out there for probably 9-10 months consistently. I had figured it out. And I finally had somebody that reached out to me in March of 2020 and we closed in June of 2020. And then I was like, okay, now I'm going to buy the course. So that was my reward. But then she just held my hand all the way through, just one training, super easy trainings all the way through to get you up and running. I would absolutely recommend that course all day, every day. And she has it on her channel. I mean, you can get a lot of that information on her channel too, but just the course is just easy because you can, and she's constantly updating it and it's just a worthy purchase. So just to refresh. So what are people doing on YouTube? They're searching. That's why you need to be there. You're going to be the expert, whatever your niche is. And you might not know it at first, by the way. You might just be like, I don't know, I just need to get a video up. She said to put 2 or 3 up. Let me just talk about, the market and what escrow is and whatever. It's all right. As you go, you'll figure it out more. You are the expert. We know so much, right? Like, I mean, even Brian knows more than all of us, but like maybe Colleen too, but we have all this information, right? And people always want to know about our industry. Like, what's it like? But we have such, there's just such a negative connotation to like what we do and who we are. We're like these smarmy salespeople, but this helps kind of flip that script a little bit. We're not smarmy. We're just really good at what we do. Even if you're not, they don't know. But it's all right. We are really good at what we do. And just be consistent, rinse and repeat. Just get out there again, week after week after week. So that was it for me. Ask me all the questions. I wanted to be really respectful of your time. So how am I doing on time, AJ? Good? All right. Yes.
Use TubeBuddy.
I do use TubeBuddy. There's TubeBuddy and vidIQ. Those are the things that tell you how, like say you have a video idea, best golf courses in Bakersfield, right? So you're going to you do your little keyword research, see who's doing that. And TubeBuddy or vidIQ will also kind of guide you on how that video has the potential to perform. If you use those keywords, vidIQ and TubeBuddy will even get a little bit more granular for you. Absolutely. Yes.
So what would be the next step after watching sports? Does she tell you what?
Yeah. Make a video, make 3 videos. And again, this does not have to be fancy. I did not have a camera. I was using my phone. We're all like, it was not fancy. Make the videos. And I'm in Canva, right? You guys, I mean, all I did was make my thumbnails in Canva. It's free. I didn't have any transactions when I started. I didn't have anything. I'm like, I'm not spending any more money. Everything was costly to get into the industry, which whatever, but I needed to do something that I didn't have to go buy a bunch of stuff. So start filming your videos, get them filmed, get them edited. Do you have a Mac? Do you have okay, so what, huh? A Macintosh? Well, my point is that it's got iMovie on it. You know, iMovie is free. It's an easy editor. What would be on a PC? Nothing. What's on a PC, John?
I honestly don't remember. It has one, but it's like decades.
Yeah. I mean, there's some really easy, I wish I was an expert like that, but the sooner you can hand over your editing, the better. But I think it's good the first time you do it. Yes, Brian?
Well, I talk about that real quick. So, like Stockdale Circle, you shoot the video. Actually, somebody else is shooting your video. I don't know who shot it.
Right.
What do you do after you shoot the video? Then what?
So I look up luxury real estate in California. I see what is trending in my TubeBuddy, and I make sure I use those keywords in my title of that property or of that video. So luxury real estate, Bakersfield. I don't say, you know, look at my new listing, 625,000. You know, it's.
How does the editing part work? Like first time, once you shoot the video, you send it to.
Right. So not from my listings are not the main meat of my channel. My listings are like an add-on to my channel. I love my listings. I love the videographer that I work for with my listings. I think he does a fantastic job. So I want him to get the traction on there. But the things that I'm putting on my channel, like week after week about my, you know, closing escrow and, you know, the zip codes, I'm doing a series on zip codes and that kind of thing. I film that on my phone or my camera at home, depending on what the topic is. And I send that off to my editors. My editors, I found them on Fiverr, or I found them on this website called onlinejobs.ph, and they're in the Philippines. So they're working in the opposite hours of when I'm sleeping, and when I'm awake, they're asleep. And they are pennies on the dollar. It's probably take a guess. If you drive an SUV, that's what I pay them in a month to edit my videos. And that frees me up, right? Because I've got transactions. Before I had transactions, I was sitting there on my computer all day. I am not an editor. It is very clear the difference. And then I get the video back from them. We edit it. And then, you know, I pull out some of I said that 4 times. I like how I said it this way, take that one out. We edit it. She sends it back or he sends it back. And then I get it posted. And I get it scheduled. So that's another good thing about YouTube is I can be doing all that on a Sunday night and it won't post on YouTube until Wednesday. That was another thing I did not learn the first time around. I was up late on Monday night going, oh, I got to finish this thing. And then I got to get up at whatever time on Wednesday and post it. They have a scheduler. So I can do all that and then go on my live on Wednesday and not have to be posting. Yes, you had a question?
Does the editor add like the animation or
They do, yeah. But iMovie has it too. I mean, I have it in some of my older videos, you know, where I'm just sitting in my kid's playhouse. Again, not fancy, but you know, you can put in your little B-roll or my pictures. I just would find generic pictures on the internet and put them up as my B-roll. B-roll is, so A-roll is me to camera. I'm talking, right? B-roll is where you still hear my voice, but you see something different. You see the tour of the neighborhood. You see Padre. You see the freeway, whatever it is, you know, Lake Ming. So you're hearing me talk, but you're watching something different. That's called B-roll. Yeah. Any other questions? You had a question when I was talking.
it was, you sent me
Fiverr, Fiverr.com. And you just go on there and you know, everybody's, there's everything on bloggers on there, everything, videographers on there, everything is on there. So you go in there, you post, I need somebody to edit my weekly videos on YouTube, you know, 3 to 5 minutes, blah, 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 add in graphics, and you'll get people that will respond. And then you can, you know, edit them down, figure out if it's a fit for you. And they're nominal fees. Those aren't always in the Philippines. Sometimes those are here local, you know, in the United States. So their rates might be a little different. Yes, Colleen.
Okay, first thing is convert to an Apple. Say, huh?
Not necessarily.
But it sure as hell helps. Okay.
I would say
Take
outsource.
a few videos or create a YouTube channel. Take a few videos. Oh, by the way, I think you have to be identified with your DRE number.
Right.
Not every time, yes, but it does need to be on there. So I have a very, very small intro. So I say, hey, this week we're talking about 93312. It's got, XYZ hospital in it, blah, blah, blah. Stay tuned. And then it'll, we're talking about it next. And then it'll go, my little intro that shows that I'm a realtor, that I'm with Coldwell, and then I can start talking. And it's like 4 seconds.
Okay. So I just wanted to throw that out.
Uh-huh.
We have to put that
Yes.
in there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I can't see, you said hire an editor. Why go through the motions of trying to do this out at all? Why don't start, just skip that part and go straight to the editor instead of,
Well, you've got to film it.
yeah, film it. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, that's the part. I said, take a few videos.
Yes.
Okay, and then locate an editor and then post it. And don't rectify it.
No, ma'am.
There's a lot of stuff I'm missing.
It is not rocket science. The hardest part is doing it again and again and again and again.
How do you come up with content?
For my channel, well, I learned from others. Like I said, I was stalking some of those other channels, but I just know what people from the comments and stuff over the years, what they want. They want to know, our zip codes. They want to know what's in them, what the price points are. They want to know about Bakersfield. So my niche is Bakersfield. Not that I'm a digital mayor, because I kind of thought I wanted to do that. And then I was like, this is exhausting. And this is not getting me any business. So I changed. I am still a Bakersfield expert, but I am niched down to like the price points in certain zip codes, right? So I have decided and done the research on my channel that I needed to get a little bit more specific on the zip codes and the prices and what's in. So that's kind of how I know what to film, because I'm hearing from my clients and I'm hearing from the comments of like what they want to know about it. Because we have a really bad rap on the internet, and it just was enough motivation for me to be like, but I mean, you don't have to, I don't want you to be like me. I want you to have your business, but there's room for all of us on there, because I think the more faces on there, that we're just like every other place. We have our scars, we have our successes. I think that would be valuable. And then whatever you want to talk about, I've got a friend of mine who was asking me, he's a wholesale real, I don't know nothing about it. I said, can you please make some videos? Because I don't know nothing about wholesale. And, oh yeah, I will. Still waiting for those videos. What'd you say?
They assign the contracts over to an end buyer. They get equitable rights to the property, but they assign the contract.
Okay,
That's
break that
wholesale.
down. That's 3 videos.
Yeah, right.
Equitable rights. I don't know what you said. I just saw a hand.
Okay, so target marketing.
Mhm.
Are you, right now, it's still a seller's market. Are you trying to appeal to both, trying to appeal to one? You make up who you're trying to appeal to, creating the video?
Yes, so you do the research. So as I don't know if you were here, but as you are trying to figure out what people are searching for, you're going to answer that question. So just jumping onto Google and doing a Google search, market data, market research, whatever you want to make a video on, it'll populate the 4 or 5 videos for you to make. It doesn't, to your point, it's not rocket science. They're telling you what people are looking for.
Yeah, there's a good buyers. And I'm just personally, are you targeting generally buyers or sellers?
Right now, buyers.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's technically still.
Even though nobody cares. People are going to buy, people are going to sell. It doesn't matter what the market
You
is.
find that you've got a higher ROI on that? A higher interest level? Is that what I guess?
Yes, because you know why? Because the people that are moving here are, my last handful of clients have been, my buyers have been from Northern and Southern California, because they can't buy there. And they don't want to leave the state. They're working from home. They want to be able to like not, be breathing their 7th grader while they're doing school and work. They want to be able to like have a house. And in Southern California, you can't do that. Northern California, you can't do that. So my buyers are like affordable real estate in California. You got a question? So each year it grows. So the first conversion I had was in 2020. And I would say 2020, I maybe did I would say it was probably 35% of my business. Remember, I was on a team. So I had the team business that I was doing and my referrals. And then each year it's grown. And I would say 80% of my business this year is from YouTube. So, I mean, each year it just grows. My channel grows, my knowledge grows, my business grows. I do have a ring light, yeah, but I had one that was probably as tall as this thing, that I just, and it was, now it's at my desk, but I have a big dog for when I'm filming at home. Me. I set up my camera and I talk to my editor while I'm filming. I'm like, hang on, because it's 20 minutes of filming and it goes to like a 4-minute video. Cut that out, redo that one, blah, blah, blah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your business is growing every year. So, you're in full swing. You've got it figured out. You're not fumbling around anymore. You've got your editor, you've got everything that you need. What's making your business grow?
Consistency.
Top of mind.
You weren't consistent prior?
No, I was, I was consistent, but like the more, look at the views on my channel, 7,787 people. That grows every single month. More.
Why?
Because YouTube is a search engine. People are searching affordable real estate, Bakersfield, California. So those numbers continue to grow. I'm the only one on there at this point in time. So unless they know who to call, which a lot of times they don't, there's a whole population of people that don't even know what a yellow page is, right? Like they just Google it. So be their answer on Google, be who they find. That's why, because every month it grows. That as my subscribers grow, as my videos grow, because I've got my video that I film this way, but then I have more content that I put up. I put up my listings. So there's more stuff on my channel now than there was before. Yes, you had a question.
What's the best link or any links?
I would say to start, you're probably going to be somewhere between a 4 to 8 minute time frame. It's going to, you'll probably have 30 minutes on your phone stuff. Let me restate that, and you flub over your words and you whatever. And then you take one of those as your thumbnail, you black out the background or you erase the background, go into Canva and it says YouTube thumbnail. You plug it in. I mean, talk about not rocket science. They have done all the work for you. This one is this Bakersfield, do not move here. That was done by my editor. I like the way that looked. You don't want to put a lot of fluff on it's very, very clean on your thumbnails. Not a lot of extra. Yes, questions? Say it again.
You threw out the figure earlier, 886 or 786.
Right there on your screen at the bottom right corner.
Oh, that's a monetized video.
The $8.68, that's the monetization. So to get monetized on YouTube, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So when you pop up onto my channel and there's an ad, that goes to my AdSense account. That's $8. This is not where you're going to make your millions. Yes.
Have you noticed the revenue on YouTube from the video watch is it pay for itself?
My goal to that point, my goal is to have my AdSense pay for my editors. Like, even though it's coming out of my account, I want that AdSense to pay for my people. But right now I pay them once a month. I pay. But that's like, hashtag goals. Yes.
Was it hard to see yourself on?
I had already done Facebook Lives and Instagram stories. So that kind of helped me crack the seal, I guess, of like, but again, it's not about me though. I mean, if I continue to make it about me, that's a whole different channel. It's not about how I look. I had somebody who reached out, was like, I'm just not photogenic. And I'm like, okay, do you get photogenic before you go meet your client and have your, oh, it was you? And I was like, well, no, it doesn't matter that you're not photogenic. What is that? Like, what is that? Nobody, I'm not going to watch her. She's not photogenic. Nobody cares. They want to hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
and you're beautiful, by the way. Yes.
So there, I can't remember who released the study, but there's actually studies that are out there now that your retention time is higher when you keep the imperfections in your videos.
Oh,
The
okay.
retention level's
Oh,
higher.
I should have great
So
retention
people
time.
feel you build more rapport, right? If it's too chiseled, people don't like it. They
Yeah.
like the imperfections. They like you making mistakes once in a while.
Well, and when I'm doing a neighborhood tour, they're not expecting an Academy Award production, the drone of all of the things, right? I mean, to the point, Levi Lassick, this guy in his channel is moving to Dallas, living in Dallas. And he walks the neighborhood because he's like, you can find these houses for sale in the neighborhood. You don't need me to show you a house. I'm going to show you the neighborhood. Here's the community pool. And he walks the neighborhood. I mean, not house by house, but you know what I mean? He goes through. So if you specialize in like Stockdale Estates and you know that place like the back of your hand, show them Stockdale Estates. They can look at the houses on Zillow or whatever, right? They want to see how does this work? Where is this in town, right? So, but whatever your niche is, and if you don't have one, that's okay. Just make some videos and get on the platform because it is worth it. Question? Yeah.
You have videographer?
For my listings, I use Johnny Guerrero. His company is Rock House Agency. He is my go-to. But for my channel, the ones that I'm just giving information on, solar, by the way, if somebody can explain solar, I get so many questions on solar. I have like 4 or 5 videos on solar on my channel. And we talk about solar all day, every day, right? Every company is different, blah, blah, blah. But when I'm making those type of videos, I'm the person. I'm filming it on my phone, set it up right there, depending on where I'm at. Or I do it at my home and I set up my camera and I use that and I send that to my editor. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks so much for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome. I do not have any need to own this field. Thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you.
I was going to say, if you could explain what trolls are and how you handle them.
I get them all the time. And I have, because I said Bakersfield has a bad rap, I have this one lady that wants to talk to me about the child trafficking and she wants to my dad died. And I mean, her comments on my channel, I'm like, sis, find something else to do. But say it again. I can, but what is what? What is a troll? Somebody who wants to come on my channel and fight. So I was very involved in the recall with Gavi. I was at a lot of the events. I was on the committee. I was getting signatures. I was a lot of trolls with that whole scenario when I was very much involved in that recall. People wanted to come on there and fight, and I was right there. And I thought, okay, this is probably not the best representation of myself as a realtor. Because I was fighting for my state. So that was what I was always advocating for, was my state. I was like, I'm a native. I know what the state could be, should be, blah, blah, blah. But they wanted to fight. So the trolls, you can engage or not engage. I would just move on because it's actually good for your channel with them commenting on your channel. Like, oh, okay, I got a comment. Oh, I got somebody who wants to fight. Bring it. Yeah.
Can you talk about evergreen content for a second?
That's basically what this is, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is evergreen. Evergreen means it lives forever and ever. Amen. So I am making this channel. I am making these videos for my kids, for my grandkids, that they're going to want to see what I look like, right? How I sound. I'm not going to be here for all of their lifespan. But this will live on and on and on. They will be able to see me, hear me, talk about real estate all day, every day. But this number, this 7787 in 1 month, right? So that's going to increase in September, and it's going to increase in October, and next year it'll be more. Praise the Lord if it is. And again, I am a small, one of the smaller channels that is doing this. When you get on YouTube and you find some of the big dogs, Levi, Karen, they have big, giant channels. So, you know, that's obviously where I'm headed. I would love to have that kind of business, but, you know, this is evergreen. YouTube isn't going anywhere. Google ain't going anywhere.
But like in terms of like date setting, like, hey, this date, that video is obsolete at the time you post it.
When we were, okay, so to your point, so last year when I was making videos about the market, where we were just throwing money at people, right? You know, the date is on there when I post the video. So when I talk about a video, when I do a market update, which I don't do a lot, I'll say, not like last year, if you watch this video and I point to it. So if you've watched this video where I was talking about the market and how we were just throwing money at people, that was last year in 2021, right? Now that we're in 2022, so you can be specific. The solar stuff is an ongoing conversation. The neighborhoods are they're going to be there forever and ever, amen. So they're not really, those are more evergreen than the market updates. So that's, if that answers your question.
Yeah. Can I ask one more?
Sure.
Your content strategy, like, so for example, you have a video on 3-part series. On video number 1, you're going to say, make sure to check out this video.
You bet.
Okay, so do you start backwards and work forward, or how do you mind map? Do you mind map your strategy?
I don't mind map, but to that point, yeah, I do say, check out the next video. So you do kind of want to have a bullet point when you're filming of like, okay, video 1's going to be this, and it's going to lead to video 2. Because I just did that with Crime Map, or I did 2 videos on crime. I did 2 websites, Megan's Law and Crime Stop Crime, whatever. And then, yeah, and then I did another one with 2 more websites because of the search volume for crime. I was like, nobody's going to watch this all the way through, and they're not going to remember all these websites. I was like, we'll do 2. So you kind of want to bullet point it out if you're going to put 3 together. Okay, video 1's going to lead to video 2. Video 2 is going to lead to video 3.
Right.
Yeah.
You're cross-referencing videos.
Sometimes, or I'll mention it in the video of like, you know, as we talked about in that video, or as we're going to talk about in the next video.
So I just have a quick comment.
Sure.
Obviously, in the last couple of years, video has grown exponentially a lot.
Yes.
Video right now is in its early stages still. How the internet was in its early stages. You know, you would make your website, you make content, and then you put links there that will lead to your other article.
Right.
And then more those.
Right.
And then the internet is just blew up, right?
Right.
You can't do anything without the internet now.
Yep.
Right. And this is how video is right now. It's the earth. Like you said, it's a search engine. It's the new version of the internet.
Right.
And it's still in its early stages.
Exactly. Right.
But it's still got way more.
Yes.
You know, and how you were saying this video goes to that. It's very similar to how you do it. It's links after links after links.
Yep. Yep.
Good connection.
And so I put these to your point about like, you know, the evergreen and where we're going. So when people are reaching out to me, right, they're emailing me, they're instantly in my CRM now. So I'm sending them a weekly email, right? So I'm communicating with them, whether they have reached out and watched all my videos or whether they want to buy, whatever their scenario is. And so I'm continually nurturing them as well as making videos for them. So to your point about like the link here and getting a hold of me there and going over there, it all is a nice little what's that term? What's the environment where I'm making the video, they're going to my website, they're looking at homes on my website, then they're sending me an email, they're going to watch another video because my blog post has the video in it, then they're going to go back and they're going to, you know what I mean? So it's all this nice little ecosphere, I think is the word I was looking for. Yeah.
So on your videos, I haven't noticed. How are they getting a hold of you?
In my description below, all of my information, to your point, Colleen, that's where all my official stuff is. And my, I direct them to other videos and I give them my email to reach out to me via email. And I give them my phone number. I give them my office phone number. You know, I give them all the ways to reach out to me. Yeah, sure.
What do you do on the bottom right of the video, the link that you could put in there? Do you put a logo? See, I was thinking about putting a logo to my brokerage from there if I ever leave, so that way it's prevalent. You know, I know somebody link out to their website from that link on the bottom right of the video.
I put those to my social channel and to my email.
Okay.
Yeah, or to a downloadable. So when I have a freemium, a freebie for them to download, like I have a driving tour because they want to come to town. Can you show us around? I'm not a tour guide. I am a realtor. So, but sadly, I had to learn that lesson the hard way. And I was driving people around. Okay, gas is $18 a gallon. I'm not doing that. So I put together a driving tour. So it's all the locals, DeVore's, Rosemary's, Salty's, at the east side, they can go out to, Hart Park. I give them a driving tour so they can see all the neighborhoods, whatever. So when they download that driving tour, I have their information. I'm now in charge of their email. And so you always want to have something for them to download or a way to capture that lead. Yeah.
I just wanted to add about emails. It's very important. That should be one of the biggest goals.
Email, yes, email marketing, because we can't know whose algorithm is kind to us or not, or what they're doing, or what this kind of, on Instagram right now, it's all about reels. It was pictures. Now it's all about making a reel. You got to make a reel. You got to make a reel. Well, and okay, so I'm making a reel all the time, but that doesn't mean that my business is growing because I'm doing what they say. Like the email, I own that. I own it. I have it in my stratosphere. I can communicate with them via email all day, every day. Yeah.
What CRM do you use, if you don't mind sharing?
No, not a bit. I have Engage More, and then my website is an EAP website, Easy Agent Pro. Super easy to use. Any other questions? Veronica, I'm loving what you're doing, by the way. Oh, good. What? Oh. Oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
I know researching other ones what they're doing, and you're not copying the it's never going to be the same.
Exactly.
And you're saying sometimes they do that, and it's okay to do. It's just you're kind of continuing.
Yep. Yeah. So the solar, we can talk about solar every way from Sunday, right? Because every company does it different. Every transaction is different. The way it goes down, if it's bought, if it's leased, if it's owned, if it's right. So you can talk solar all day. It'll be consumed, and they'll know you're the expert. Yeah.
And to add to that, that's called repurposing content.
Yep.
And even the major publishers, news people, they do that all the time. Like their articles, they'll actually say by Associated Press,
right,
or so and so. So it's just what you can do is just grab other pieces of content that are already out there and just condense it into your own version. And then you can just easily get new content.
Yep.
And everyone's voice is different.
Yep.
The way I
yes.
explain something will be completely different.
Preach. Yes. Go, Tanya.
And the way I speak, my vocabulary,
yes,
my demeanor, my mannerisms,
yeah,
all of that will reach a certain demographic.
100%. And
like anybody else.
And they will probably be very similar in disposition and like-minded as you. That is what I have found, is that most of my clients, like, I would hang out with them. I do hang out with them. Like, they're my friends. I'm always like, this is amazing. You're building a community that you didn't even know you had. So yeah. Any other questions? Oh yeah, AJ.
What was the CRM called again?
Engage More.
Engage More.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I forgot about
EAP is the website.
Mm-hmm. And I pushed back on that because I learned about them from Karen, the course. I was like, well, she's just getting her affiliate link. And then I was like looking at them, and I was struggling with my old website. I was like, well, this is really dumb. I mean, like, somebody else has figured it out. Like, why do I have to stress? Like, it doesn't have to be complicated. Are there any other questions over there? Anybody else? I want you on this platform. Please join me. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you again, guys. Thanks for coming. And please do remember to sign in on the sheet in the back so you could be entered for that raffle. And with that, you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you.